Hey guys, so it's been about a year since I posted a video, and the last one was obviously about the ulcers and the cabbage juice, and I've had tons and tons of awesome compliments and people trying it, and for the majority of people I would say it actually worked, and that's phenomenal because the whole point of the cabbage juice video was to really even just reach out to one person and help one person. So I'm super happy that I've got really good positive feedback on it, and hey, you know what? I didn't want anything out of it. I just wanted somebody to maybe get some help out of it. So that's great. So for me, this is a little different. I got cleared of the ulcers, and a few months after the video was posted, I started having different symptoms. The pain was different. When I'd eat, I'd have different it was just brutal. It was a different kind of brutal, so I knew it was not ulcers. Like in my mind, in the back of my mind, I knew it wasn't ulcers. So of course my husband starts Googling absolutely everything he can to figure out what can aid that. So he came across this site about the leaky gut diet. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of it or known about it, but in Canada, obviously, we wait a long time for tests, a long time for CTs, a long time for any type of scope you're going to have or anything like that because the hospitals are backlogged, and especially with COVID, it's just created havoc. So everything's been pushed back. So I have still been waiting almost a year to see a gastrointestinal specialist, and my appointment is this month in about 2 weeks. Cross my fingers because COVID just went into our red zone here in Manitoba, and if it's pushed back, I may cry some more. But long story short, I went on this leaky gut diet, and because I just couldn't stand anything. And the leaky gut is too much to explain about it. So you guys really have to Google it and look into it and what it is and what you follow while you're on the diet. I will tell you it's boring, and probably for the first couple weeks that you're on it, you're going to be slightly grouchy because there's not a lot of carbs. Most of your carbs are in your fruit, and if you can do yams, things like that. So it's mostly proteins and fruits. So obviously you're going to be going to the bathroom a lot, and it's boring. To be honest, it's boring. When I started I started in January of this year, and in 2 months, and this was not planned and I did not want to do this, but in 2 months, I ended up losing close to 20 pounds. And I've slowly gained the majority of that back, but that's besides the point. But anyways, if you guys do find that you don't have ulcers and you have either gastritis or you have celiac or any of those types of things, and you find that nothing is working, the meds are too expensive, or they have like negative effects on you and the side effects are just crap, please look into this. The doctors out there on the internet are all debunking this thing and saying it's crap, but the doctors I've spoken to about it, and even surgeons, have said, you know what, it doesn't matter what's on the internet. If it works for you and it's healthy, then do it. You know, there's no point in not giving it a try if you're in pain constantly and you're doping yourself up on, pain medication. That's pointless. So if you can find something that's natural and it works, great, do it. So my suggestion to you is to Google it and look into it. And you have to commit, and I mean commit 100%. So if you want to do the leaky gut, you have to read all the ingredients. So you're eliminating like corn, you're eliminating cornstarch, you're eliminating, rice, any type of flour that is not coconut flour, almond flour, or cassava flour. It is changing all your dairy to certain other things. There's a lot of restrictions, but there are so many websites out there. And if you live in the States, there's a place called Natural Grocers. I know I've come across it in Grand Forks, and they have so many foods that are reasonably priced that you can get there. So I live in Canada and I ordered off the internet. So there are 3 sites that I order off of. And if you want to message me, I can tell you what those sites are, where I buy food and I'm able to eat those. So fast forward a bit, I lost all that weight and then I was feeling really, really good. And dummy me, I started eating little by little a lot more foods because, you know, my husband's like, oh, try this or try this. And I'm an idiot. And I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So not a good idea. I started getting sick all over again and everything started like flaring up and oh my goodness. So my doctor pulled some strings and I had a scope done finally. It had been bumped back a couple times because of COVID and I finally had it and I got the test results 2 weeks ago, and the doctor spoke to me and he basically said, you're ulcer free. I do have lesions in my stomach, which he originally thought was gastritis, which I thought, great, I actually have a diagnosis. No. So he said the lesions were actually from my stomach being so aggravated by whatever's causing the inflammation, and he does not know what that is. Sorry. It's not celiac, it's not IBS, it's not gastritis, it's not this, it's not that. It's like, basically he said, I honestly don't know what you have, so your next step is to see a specialist. So after the year, I see the specialist at the end of the month, and I'm hoping that there's something he can tell me that is like a cure. Because, you know, cures are always the best outcome. But in the meantime, about 4 days ago, I started back on the leaky gut diet because I was like, I'm done with this. I'm done being in pain all the time and feeling like crap, waking up 6 a.m, just keeled over. So I started on the leaky gut diet again, and I am to the letter on it. I refuse to cheat, and that means no booze, which really sucks. So for me, it took about 2 days to really start to feel a difference where I didn't wake up and I wasn't in agony. And now, like, today's day 5, and I'm actually feeling like 90% better. Like, I did not wake up this morning in pain. I did not roll over and want to like hurl. It's been great. So the only crappy part is you're going to lose weight. And for some people that might be yeah, great. So great if it is. But it's one of those things where you really have to make it a lifestyle. And I'm serious. There's no cheating. There is no one day, every Sunday you can eat whatever you want. It's not about that. You really have to make this your lifestyle if you want to feel better, or until you can get a doctor to tell you what really is your issue, or if you want to get off all of the meds you're on. Because the doctors, they say that 35% of stomach issues or actual issues all over your whole body are not diagnosed. They never are diagnosed. And if that's the case and you're watching this video and you're like, man, I have such stomach issues and the doctors can't give me any relief, any diagnosis, I am telling you that for me, this is working. And it worked long term. Like, I was on it for 4 months and I had never had an issue. So it was only when I cheated did I wake up the next morning with pain. So make sure if you're really wanting to stick to it and you're really wanting to say, hey, I want to get out of this meds crap, or I want to really feel better on a daily basis, I would give it a try. It is a little bit more expensive than your average daily intake of food, but please look it up. It's, like I said, leaky gut syndrome. And like I said, the doctors are debunking it. But I, again, have spoken to surgeons and doctors, and they're like, if it works, try it. What's the problem? You're eating super healthy. You're eating super clean. You're not putting any crap in your body. So you are going to, your body is going through the benefits of having all that healthy food and healthy ingredients. So, if it works, great. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but at least, you tried something. But I would give it at least 2 weeks on the diet, strict diet, before you choose to say this isn't working. Because if you don't give it at least 2 weeks, it's not like the cabbage juice where you felt it almost instantly. This takes a few days, as I've noticed. Maybe for some it's different. I don't know. But I would give it at least 2 weeks. Anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. I see the specialist in a little while, so after I see the specialist, maybe I'll kind of shoot up another video and tell you kind of maybe he has a cure. Who knows? Great. If not, I'm really thankful for you guys, and I really hope everyone is staying safe during COVID. So any questions, feel free to message me. Thanks.